Number 6, Klaus Rowan. Number 7, Nick Kors. Number 9, Michael DeCorio. Number 16, Caden McCarty. Number 18, Jake Nelson. Number 76, Joseph Davis. Number 88, Luke Crystal. The head coach for the Warriors is Jaden Drumheller, and he is assisted by Joseph Peddle. And now for the starting lineup for your Southwestern University Pirates. Number 0, Dyson Collins. Number 4, Kay McDonald. Number 5, Jay Morgan. Number 10, Trey Pena. Number 3, Carter Cox. Number 14, Jackson Strouser. Number 22, Darren Escobedo. Number 38, Caleb Sowell. Number 44, Dante Elvisolio. 47, Samuel Stillwell. The Pirates are led by the head coach, Bill Bowman, and he is assisted by Mark Mineland. Now when everyone please rise and remove your hands for playing the national anthem.
Well, the time is finally here and the weather picture perfect. It is the 2025 Southwestern Men's Lacrosse season opener, and we welcome you to beautiful Varsity Field here on the campus of Southwestern University in Georgetown. A perfect day, 78 degrees, a nice breeze going across the field from right to left, and it is finally time for lacrosse. Our friends in the East Coast, they're still shoveling snow off the fields, and we are almost at 80 degrees here in the great state of Texas. Glad to have you with us on our Southwestern University YouTube channel. As always, we encourage you to subscribe. Big thanks, as always, to our corporate sponsors, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Frost Bank, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Southwestern, season opener. The Pirates 2-12 a year ago, into the season on a 5-game skid. But speaking with Coach Bowman earlier, he said, look, we are cautiously optimistic. There's a lot of new talent, a lot of big-time returners, and they hope to get off to the right start this year. Taking on a Hendrix Warriors side. Hendrix already one game in the books. They are 0-1. Took a tough loss up in St. Louis against Carthage College, falling 20-1 in that one. But the Pirates could not have asked for better weather. The fans here in attendance. The freshman goalie, Dante Avicoli out of Orinda, California, Campo Lindo High School product. And Coach Bowman very impressed with the freshman netminder. We will see how number 44 does between the pipes. His counterpart, Ian Jamaica, the 5'7" senior out of Colchester, Connecticut. Southwestern first game of the season. They won a preseason game down the road at the University of Texas, one of the top MCLA teams, 11-10 as Southwestern takes the opening draw. Pirates in the white, visitors in the black jerseys with the shiny orange lids. A battle for possession. Southwestern ultimately comes up with the ground ball, and they will have the first crack at it. Will the Pirates in the hands there of McDonald, the senior attack out of McNeil High School just down the road. He is the offensive leader of this team. Southwestern getting their personnel on, and here's the first look. Settled offense in 2025 for Bill Bowman's side. Driving down the alley, a bit of a shove, try to skip across, and Pirates strike first. Matthew House, the junior from right here in Georgetown. Tickling the twine, and Pirates wasting no time. Less than 60 seconds in, already on top, 1-0. And appropriately enough, the former Georgetown Eagle, the man who strikes first in 2025. This Pirates team, a tough road of it last season. We mentioned the 2-12 record. They were 2-4 here at home, winless on the road, but high expectations in 2025 and off to a great start here. Our officials for today's contest, Doug Dixon, the man in the middle, Jay McCracken and Trey Foster will be assisting. And the visitors with the ground ball, at least momentarily, having trouble securing it. And ultimately, well, I say that, they will come up with the ground ball, being harassed. Oh, nicely done by the Pirates, but there is going to be a whistle on Sal, the big senior pole out of Kingwood Park High School, just outside of Houston. So visitors with their first go at it. Bennett Davidson, the sophomore from Illinois, now sent behind. A stiff breeze right now in the face of the Warriors attacking the goal over to our right. And our official, apparently some confusion at the far side scores table. Southwestern opening things up at home, then they will head to the road out to Virginia Beach to take on Virginia Wesleyan, the Marlins there, and then down to William Pierce University in Raleigh, North Carolina before coming home back on March the 8th, hosting Clark University. Southwestern, the preseason number 5 in the SAA. Hendrix right behind them at number 6. I spoke with Coach Bowman about that. He said, look, that's kind of where I expected we would be. We're a new team to the conference, an unknown quantity, and after our record of last year, I figured that's where the preseason poll would put us. It's Center in 1, Swanee 2, Rhodes 3, and Barry. Oglethorpe rounding out the preseason poll in the 7th spot. And the Warriors coming off a 5-10 record a year ago. Do not have their home opener until March the 2nd. They are on the road to start the season. Still trying to get the shot clock figured out here. And it appears, well, we have. When I say that, shot clock has yet to start, still at 80. Something we'll definitely have to keep an eye on as the Warriors get their first go of things on the offensive side. Looking to dodge from outside the box. Down the alley, bounce shot nicely saved as Avicoli comes up with his first save as a collegiate player in an official game. He was impressive in that University of Texas scrimmage where the Pirates hold on to beat the Longhorns down in Austin, 11-10. They face each other in the fall, but a vastly improved Texas side here in the spring with a lot more of their players in much better shape. Santoro, freshman from Keller, one of the numerous Texans on this Hendrix roster, clears it. Coral's the lone goal scorer in that 20-1 loss. Nick Coral's the senior from Germantown, Tennessee, of Christian Brothers High School. Still have yet to find a goal here. Pirates, the early lead, have not been able to add to it. Back to Santoro. Oh, nearly. And the grass in great shape, as it almost always is at Varsity Field. Not much rain this winter, but it is green. Walking on it earlier, a beautiful pitch. Pirates to be able to call their home field. Back behind, it appears we are having some shot clock issues. And nicely done, pushed out over the inline. Pirates defense, that was one thing that their assistant coach and defensive coordinator, Mike Markland, in his 7th season, he said, look, I'm taking a lot of pride in this defense. We're going to be vastly improved. Coach Bowman, 13th season in charge. His counterpart, Jordan Drumheller, his 4th season for the Greensboro grad, assisted by Joseph Pendle. First year as an assistant for the Trine graduate from a year ago. McDonald always so smooth. McDonald still driving down the alley. He's going to bounce at 3/4 wide. Backed up by the goalie. Jamaica there. Had the opportunity to speak with McDonald a bunch this summer. He was coaching a youth program, the Tomahawks, a team out of Westwood High School where he played. And I asked him about giving back. He said, look, I was fortunate to have good coaches, and so he was coaching the younger generation, doing a great job. Fantastic to see a player of his caliber giving that knowledge to the youngsters as they come up, try to emulate him, as they're still trying to find something. A little feed up to the top, looking inside. Well defended by Southwestern. Physical defense, able to dislodge it, now trying to clear. Here they come. Cox, freshman out of Allen. Up to Fabian. Looking on the doorstep, and the Pirates have a second. Jackson Strauser, the junior out of Jesuit up in Dallas. Certainly expect him to be a huge factor on the offensive end. And Strauser able to extend the Pirates' lead 2-0, 11:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Bubbles flying after each goal. You think this is a West Ham soccer game. As long as they don't start singing, I think we'll be okay. Back to the face-off X we go. Pirates have done a good job. Pena, able to come away with it, is the sophomore out of Canyon High School down to New Braunfels. Up to Escobedo. One further. McDonald looking to the crease. Oh, had Strauser again. Just took his eyes off it at the last second. He was coming above GLE. That is one, as an attackman, you have to make. He would have had another one-on-one with Jamaica. A rough start for Jamaica. He saw 50 minutes in his first game. He gave up 17 goals at a 48 save percentage. And Kellen Harger came on for the remaining 8 minutes. He gave up 3 goals in just 8 minutes. Pirates in transition, bounced in, and they've got it. Zach Fabian, the sophomore out of Central Catholic, down in San Antonio. The former Button makes it 3-0. That was an emphasis for Coach Bowman. He said, we have to be better in transition. That is something we've focused on, we practiced, and you saw it right there. Pirates take a timeout, 10:49 remaining in the first. On top, 3-0 in their 2025 men's lacrosse home opener. Again, take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Aramark Food and Facility Services, Frost Bank, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice, owned and operated by a Southwestern alum. And you don't think about Italian Ice in February unless it is, well, 85 degrees. It seems like a pretty good day for it. So as always, Southwestern fans, we encourage you to take a look at the schedule right there at southwesternpirates.com. Again, the Pirates on the road for the next 2, up to Virginia Wesleyan and William Pierce in Virginia Beach and Raleigh, North Carolina, respectively. Then back home hosting Clark here on Saturday, March the 8th. That'll be 11 a.m. opening face here at Varsity Field. The Pirates back on the road, this time up to Michigan to take on Calvin and Hope before returning home to host Kalamazoo. Then the trip to Tennessee and Kentucky at the end of March to face Sewanee and Center, two of the better teams in the conference. Center the preseason #1 and Sewanee in #2 in the preseason SAA poll. And we'll be on the road at the beginning of April, heading to Mount Berry, Georgia to take on Berry College. And a short trip over to Atlanta to face Oglethorpe before coming home to round out the regular season. April the 12th, that is a Saturday, and they host Rhodes, and that is a 9:30 a.m. start. You heard that correctly, 9:30 a.m. Come out and get some early morning lacrosse, their final chance to see the Pirates in the regular season here at home. They've gotten off to a stellar start, 3-0, 3 different goal scorers. Houts, Strauser, and Fabian all finding the back of the net. McDonald has not yet, but we would imagine that is just a matter of time. Here is number 4, patiently bringing it out. There's one thing that Coach Bowman really reiterated to me. They want to play fast, but they want to be patient. He said, we've got some young players that are going to get out there. The adrenaline's going to be flowing. We want them to play fast. You have to play lacrosse quickly, at least you should. But we want to make sure that they are playing patiently, playing within the system. And if they do that, we should be good, and that's been the case early on. Back to McDonald at X. Sends it up. He was looking for Nolan Zabi. Zabi, the freshman out of Plano, able to get by his man. Out of step, elected not to push. A.J. Williams now on to Matt Swandle. San Antonio product turned back. Opportunity here. The bouncer just off the mark from Cox. The freshman out of Allen up in the Metroplex. Allen, his high school enrollment probably more than twice the size of Southwestern's. Fed across. One more. Nice pass. Oh, that one just coming out of the stick. You may want to check the shooting strings there for Swandle. Allen at over 6,600 students. You got me. That is correct. That is a high school in Texas. Their football stadium reiterates that. Swandle, looking for that far pipe. Pirates able to back it up, so they will get another bite at the apple. Again, the shot clock not working. Referee telling the Pirates very little time remaining on it, so they'll just send it over to the corner and get back to defend. Visitors trying to clear. Able to get by one, McCarthy. McCarthy, the senior from Bentonville, Arkansas. One of the more local products there. Hendrix located in Conway, Arkansas. Here comes Southwestern in transition. Trailer on to McDonald. Oh, there we go. I knew it was just a matter of time, and Cade is on the score sheet. 8:30 remaining in the first quarter, 4-0. Pirates, and McDonald his first of the season. I have a feeling there are going to be a few more to follow. And Coach Bowman and Coach Markland both told me, look, we want to make a statement today. We want to show not just Hendrix, but the conference what we are capable of. We want to show ourselves and these young players what Southwestern lacrosse is. We have high expectations. And the whistle at the X is going to go against Southwestern. That time, St. Pena moved early. The sophomore Fogo out of New Braunfels. Doesn't lose a lot. That time maybe just jumping the gun a bit. Few opportunities offensively for the Warriors. They have one here, need to make the most of it. Still looking for their first goal. Really only one save from the freshman from California, Dante Avicoli. A fairly routine start for him, but his coaching staff very high on him and his ability, and to have a freshman start in his first collegiate game, that is huge. Speaks volumes about him, and Southwestern, you would imagine, is in good hands for the foreseeable future. Well defended here by the short stick. Cal Stewart, the freshman from Lake Travis, outside of Austin. Oh, good work there. Stillwell using his size. Very nicely done. Sam Stillwell out of Las Vegas. Big 6 foot, 195-pound freshman. Southwestern, they are bringing the heat, and this is what you want to see. When you lose possession, they're working to get it back. Donald able to do so here, but those poles, those LSMs really going to work, and you want to set the tone early. You want to be a physical team. It's part of playing good defense and part of being a good riding side. Be physical. Declan O'Donnell, senior from Grapevine, has it, taking his time. All the way up near midfield. Has a short stick. Little shove, able to keep his feet underneath him. Flag goes flying. Southwestern will have their first EMO coming. McDonald, oh, there's that little toe drag, able to bring that stick under. We're so accustomed to seeing. He's a big man, is McDonald, at 6'3", just shy of 200 pounds, but he moves very well, and he's able to find those pockets of space. On cue, little three-quarter bouncer pushed wide, and now the first extra man opportunity of the season for Southwestern. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the quarter, 4-0 Pirates. 4 different goal scorers. I think Coach Bowman will be very pleased with that. Now we'll take a look at their first EMO and see what they have in store here. Still waiting on confirmation. You saw the stick in the back of O'Donnell. I would imagine that was certainly it. Took a nice shove. McDonald right now, the point man up top. There's the confirmation, the cross check. Is McDonald able to slip that one through, goes 5-hole. Nicely done, McDonald spinning. Hey, the goal doesn't move. He knew where it was. He didn't have to look. The Pirates take advantage of their first extra man of the season. McDonald with the first EMO goal and his second of the game. So Davis, the freshman, with the cross check, and his side made to pay almost immediately. Back to the face, Southwestern. Dominant at the X, taking it himself, why not? And we've got it, a Fogo goal. Anthony Caldillo, the senior out of Langham Creek in Houston. Caldillo, a big man at 5'11", just about 205. That may be a bit light. He may be closer to 210, but he showed the wheels there, and he loved to see a Fogo goal right from the X. You don't get a lot of opportunities as a face-off. Caldillo wisely making the most of it. If they're not going to come out, put a stick and a body on you, take it to cage. They'll keep the big man in, the senior. See if he can make it 2 in a row. And the wing for Southwestern, Gabe Morgan, comes in to take it out of Bellarmine Prep. Their greater Seattle area product. Seattle, one of the hotbeds, the growing hotbeds there in the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, Portland, there's been great lacrosse there for some time. A Tewaaraton Award winner from Portland. The the college lacrosse version of the Heisman. Good lacrosse, really all up and down the West Coast. They're in Southern California particularly. Schools like Torrey Pines, La Costa Canyon in San Diego, they've been some of the better teams in that vicinity for a long time now. McDonald dancing at X, coming top side. He takes it himself and he's got it. Again, goal doesn't move. You don't have to get your body above GLE. If you can get the stick above and create space, that is exactly what McDonald did. His third, the hat trick for the senior from down the road in Austin. 7-0 Pirates. Still almost 5 minutes remaining here in the first. But emphatic start for Southwestern. Exactly what they wanted to do, really setting the tone here. Showing the rest of the conference they may have something to worry about. An easy call there going against Pena. His opposite doing a smart thing. If you feel the pressure in the back and the ball's in front of you, go down. No reason not to. Davis looking to clear. Davis successful there. Looking for a shot from distance. No, they thought better of it. They will have one, a bouncer, a high bouncer from the top of the box from Joey Davis. Nicely done. The freshman out of Franklin, Tennessee. The first goal for the Warriors, and that's what you need. Just put shots on cage. They haven't really tested Avicoli until now. But that was all the way at the top of the box, but a high bouncer found itself in that top corner, perfectly placed. A huge proponent of the bounce shot. It is difficult for a goalie. He has to watch it come out of your pocket, go down, and then come up. That is a difficult thing for a goalie to do. Everybody wants to shoot high to 105. Take something off of it, bounce it, see what you can do. A whistle against Southwestern, so another opportunity here for Santoro and company. See if they can go on a bit of a run here, the final 4 minutes of the quarter. Out with Quarles, the senior from Germantown, had the lone goal in that loss to Carthage College up in St. Louis. Maybe some momentum now, some confidence on the visitors' sideline as they've finally broken through, gotten one by Avicoli. Big fan of Avicoli wearing the sweatpants. I think goalies have gotten away from that. I like the old school goalies still wearing the sweatpants. 85 degrees, he's not worried. Well done, sir. Still in the stick this time of Quarles. Quarles, he's got it, nicely done. Able to beat him to the near pipe. Off stick high. Great placement on the shot from Quarles. Again, everybody thinks you need 4 feet from the defender. You just need enough space to get your hands free, and that's exactly what he did. I don't think Avicoli thought he was going to pull the trigger there, and he was caught off guard. The Southwestern, after going up 7-0, they've conceded the last 2. Warriors on the board. See if Southwestern can stop the bleeding, get another win at the X. Get back on offense, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Pena taking it himself. Pena into the box. Pena with a high bouncer just over the top. Again, if they don't come out, take it in. Saw Caldillo do it earlier. Nicely done from Pena in that instance. And backed up, so you maintain possession. Pirates bringing the offensive personnel out on the field. Outs, who scored the opener, hasn't been able to add to his tally since. O'Donnell, he won the only extra man opportunity, and he's going to have another here. That one up around his neck. So O'Donnell, when he's got the ball in his cross, he can make things happen. He's won 2 extra man opportunities. McDonald spinning it around. Oh, poor pass there, low. Nicely done. Oh, trying to goose it back. So there will be a hold called against the Warriors and a second extra man opportunity in the quarter for Southwestern. They made good on the first. See if they can do so again here on the second. 2:10 remaining in the quarter. 7-2. Pirates got off to a roaring start, 7-0. But the Warriors have battled back, netting the last 2. McDonald will start things off. Thought about it, instead it lays it off. Back behind it goes. Up to House. McDonald swinging it around, gets it back, does number 4. A little step in, now he's gonna dish it. Looking to the crease, nice feed, couldn't finish. Ball on the turf. And the Warriors will come up with the GB. Southwestern had a good look to the crease. That's one, if you're a crease attackman, you've got to catch in tight spaces. That's just part of your job description. Well done, great ride here. Cox doing a fantastic job. And Dyson Kwan able to pick up the GB. On to McDonald, came up with that somehow. Chance here, in transition. Oh, what a save from Jamaica. Outstanding save in a one-on-one situation from Ian Jamaica. Senior from Connecticut, coming up aces there. Oh, lost it. Yet to clear it. Still danger. Jamaica just kind of tried to field hockey that one out. Trying to clear. Pesci. Southwestern back with it. Oh, McDonald is leveled at midfield. Clean hit. McDonald still. Ball never left his stick. He took a shot, but he got right back up, keeping possession. Well done. Hardest hit we've seen thus far by a long shot, but McDonald no worse for wear and even maintains possession. That's got to be demoralizing for Hendrix. McDonald with a short stick, generally that means he gets to go to work. He'll get a breather here. Zaby and Pirates with another. The freshman from Plano out of John Paul II. Zaby with his first career goal for the Pirates. Another young player getting on the score sheet. Pirates with 8 goals and 6 different goal scorers. Only Cade McDonald has more than one already, a hat trick for the Star senior attack. Just a few seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Fabian comes up with it. The final few seconds will not get a shot in time as the first quarter comes to a close. Impressive from Southwestern, 8-2. They lead Hendrix 15 minutes in to the 2025 men's lacrosse season. So again, we will step aside. What a start for Southwestern. They wanted to start hot, and they certainly did. 8-2, they lead after the first quarter. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter here at Varsity Field. The Pirates lead the Warriors 8-2. Southwestern got off to a hot start, 7-0 before the Warriors were able to find a pair of goals. The Pirates with the final goal of the quarter, pushing the lead to 6. Cade McDonald leading with 3 goals. No other Pirate has more than one. They are certainly spreading the wealth. As we again thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Huge thanks to them. Their continued support of all Southwestern University athletics. And to that, it's going to be a busy day. Men's and women's basketball wrapping up their regular season. Senior day coming up this afternoon. We'll tell you more about that in a second as the Pirates look to start the second quarter off the pipe. The bouncer from McDonald. Southwestern, the ride has been exceptional, and this is another illustration of it, doing a great job. Sometimes difficult to get the attack to buy in. Not the case for Southwestern. Chance here. Oh, another big save for Jamaica. But that was all made possible by the ride, winning it back. As I was saying, men's and women's basketball, they will be in action. Final home game, senior day. For Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler's side, they tip at 4. Coach Connor Kirkendall's side, they tip at 6 over at the Robertson Center. A beautiful day for the season opener in Lacrosse. So again, the shot clock turned off. Right now we're just kind of judging things. Best estimate and keeping an eye on what the officials say. Making things a bit more difficult. Southwestern. Oh, couldn't get that one. Came off the stick. Well, they will turn it over. Southwestern very clean. Not a lot of turnovers. They dominated the ground ball game in the first quarter. They looked to make a statement, and they certainly did in the opening 15 minutes. Hendrix, you would imagine it's imperative for the Warriors to get off to a good start here in the second quarter. Try to cut into this 6-goal deficit. Coming up from X, Klaus Rowan, senior out of Marietta, Georgia. Davidson, now Cox. Still Cox, trying to get a step on his man, comes inside, Cox. Nicely done from Avicoli, hugging that near pipe. No space for Cox to sneak that one by him. Pirates no trouble easily. On to O'Donnell. Another successful clear. As you'd imagine they're going to get their personnel on. Maybe thought maybe a chance there if they elected to press. And Hounce will pull it out. Henry Cool there, the junior out of Bozeman, Montana, by way of TMI Episcopal. Cox. State Pirate ball. Here's McDonald at X. Always looking to move, coming top side. He's got a step and he's got a goal. Make it 4 for number 4. And again, it bears repeating, but that is a lesson to young players. The goal doesn't move. You know where it's going to be. Once you get above GLE, you don't need a lot of space. Get the hands free and let it go. McDonald does a very good job of that once he gets a step on the defender. And obviously the shot placement paramount, and his is picture perfect. How do you like that alliteration? The Pirates striking first here in the second quarter. Certainly a subdued sideline for the Warriors. See if they can get a little energy. Starts at the X. Trying to get the ground ball, but it's going to be Southwestern, at least momentarily. Now battle on the ground. Neither team able to come away with it cleanly. Somebody's just got to run through. You're going to get hit, and that man, that's Dyson Kwan, sophomore from Vista Ridge High School. Another local product, the Big GB. Everybody wants to score, everybody wants the big hits, but if you can get the ground balls, you will be on the field, I assure you. And Southwestern turning it over. It's not cognizant of the time, and, well, not entirely their fault. Shot clock not working. An offensive opportunity coming now for the Warriors. Haven't had all too many Again, if you're not getting a lot of chances in settled offense, you need to make the most of them. They haven't had the opportunity to press in transition either. Sometimes that'll be your better bet. Southwestern transition defense has been good. Nearly lost it. Williams on the far side battling, and he's going to lose the battle. Pirates with the ground ball. See if they try to press. A trailer there. Off they go. McDonald, a little step in. Hitch. He's got a pull. Oh, that would have been something. Jake Traylor was the trailer, the freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. He comes up with the ground ball. Cox back to X. Into the sure stick of McDonald. Southwestern taking their time in this possession, taking a little air out of it, and why not? 10 minutes remaining in the half. Swandle. Matthew Swandle, that is, taking it behind. Likes the matchup he has with the short stick defender. See if he can run him from X. Does just that, comes topside, has a step on the man, looks to feed. And a nice feed and a nice finish from Cox, the freshman from Allen, his first goal for the Pirates. But give Matthew Swandle a lot of credit. He did a good job, got a step on his man. He saw he had the matchup he wanted with the short stick defender, took him to X, beat him topside. And the pass right on the money to number 13. Cox made no mistake. Pena with another face-off win. Right now, Southwestern dominating at the X. Essentially make it, take it right now for the Pirates. Already 10 goals and just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. I mentioned the tough start to the season for the Warriors, that loss to Carthage up in St. Louis. Their first 5 all on the road as they will head to Nashville to take on the Illinois Institute of Technology in a neutral site game, Piedmont, and over to Louisville to take on Spalding there in the Bluegrass State. They will not be home until March the 2nd when they face Huntington College. And the visitors' defense just right now a bit porous. As Strauser finds his second, does the former Jesuit star from up in Dallas, one of the top high school programs year in and year out here in the Lone Star State. And powerhouse there are the Rangers. Yeah, those 4 Dallas schools, Jesuit, ESD, St. Mark's, and Highland Park, certainly set the standard for Texas high school lacrosse, at least on the boys' side of things. Pena back to work, makes it look so easy. It is anything but. McDonald now drawing a pole, as you would imagine he probably will for the majority of this season, at least if the opponents have done their scouting. O'Donnell, his opposite number defending. Down the alley, O'Donnell looking to feed, had a man on the crease. Oh, what a finish. Strauser with a hat trick. Give O'Donnell credit. That was a perfect feed on the money. And if you're going to feed the crease, it has to be on target. You cannot have low off passes. They need to be right where that pocket is. So all he has to do is catch and shoot. Not time for a cradle. Strauser did just that. And the junior out of Jesuit in Dallas now with a hat trick. McDonald leading the way with 4. And we're going to take a timeout. 8:13 remaining in the half. 12-2. Pirates leading the Warriors here in their 2025 Southwestern men's lacrosse season opener. And what a performance thus far from Southwestern. .8:13 remaining in the first half. Pirates lead the Warriors 12-2. Glad to have you with us here at Varsity Field. Again, encourage you to subscribe to our Southwestern University Athletics YouTube channel if you have not already. And thank you for your support of the black and gold. And thanks again to our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Aramark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Our officials again, Doug Dixon, Jay McCracken, and Trey Foster for today's contests. And thanks to them, we have a dearth of officials at every level, but particularly here in Lacrosse in Central Texas. I had lunch with one of my former high school teammates who is now an official and has been doing it for over a decade. We talked about that. It's a thankless job as the Pirates back to the X. Caldillo taking it himself. Oh, he wanted a second. That was easily saved by Jamaica. The Pirates' ride has been outstanding. Visitors trying to clear. Up across midfield goes Nelson, the senior from Dallas. Late flag comes in. The Warriors may have a chance for their first extra man opportunity. Carrying from X is Quarles, still in the pocket of number 7 in black and orange. Quarles a step, tries a little inside roll. Oh, what a move. Brilliant stuff from number 7. You can dive, you cannot end up in the crease. Did a fantastic job. Little Lyle Thompson backhanded flip coming across. Goal line extended. What a finish for his second goal of the game, third of the season. Quarles, the senior out of Christian Brothers High School, Germantown, Tennessee product. Nicely done. He saw the matchup, got a step inside. I, for one, very happy they brought back some version of the dive. It's not quite the dive where you could just go into the crease, and maybe that's a good thing. But you can go as long as you do not end up in the crease. Quarles did a fantastic job executing it right there. The Pirates' dominance at the X continues. Getting the offensive personnel on. Here with Henry Cool, and out comes the goalie that time, Jamaica. Jamaica lost it. Jamaica trying to get back in the crease, and will. All the way across. Thought about it. O'Donnell will take it back to X. Slow things down a bit. Likes his matchup, has a short stick defender. Out to McDonald, top of the box. McDonald, oh, a rocket not on, and it took a shot, deflected. It appeared off a defender. Battle for the ground ball in that far side corner. Ultimately, I thought it was picked up by the Warriors. They're having issues with the ground balls. And ultimately will secure it, at least momentarily. Nice check from behind from Houts, and Pirates back with possession. I mentioned the ride. It's been outstanding. People will look at the goals, but Southwestern has done a very good job not allowing the Warriors to get many successful clears. The ride has been hard. It's been really consistent. They've not dropped off at all. Donald feeding the crease, has a man, and the Pirates have a goal. Strouser with 4. So Strouser sitting on 4, McDonald with 4 of his own. Houts, Cox, Zabi Calvillo, and Fabian all contributing with a single goal as well. But it's the usual suspects. If you're a fan of Southwestern men's lacrosse, you know the names: Jackson Strouser, Cade McDonald, the upperclassmen leading by example. And they are going to be a handful for any defense they face this season. Southwestern, a rough year last year, but they took on some very impressive teams. Seems like Montclair State, Keene, some teams that year in, year out have great teams. They beat this Hendrix side 19-15 here at Varsity Field. That was a midseason matchup back on March the 18th of 2024. Hendrix has lost a lot of talent from last year. A lot have graduated and moved on. Southwestern bringing back a lot, along with a lot of new talent and new faces. And ultimately making the pass off to Joey Davis. Davis likes the matchup here with Morgan. Davis coming down the left side, a bouncer well off the mark. Backed up. Warriors will get another bite at the apple. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the half. Pirates with their largest lead up double digits. Warriors trying to get it back to 9. Not enough angle on that shot as Corals seemed to get that stick far enough out. And backed up yet again. Warriors like to initiate the offense from X. They've had success sneaking from X. 2 of their goals have come in that fashion, but couldn't pick it up there. Nice ground ball. And Avicoli well out of the box. And give credit to Stillwell, the freshman out of Las Vegas. Had the ground ball, and Pirates will have another successful clear. As you would imagine, a lot of Texans on the Pirates roster, but they have done a good job of cherry-picking players from the West as well. Arizona, California, Nevada, Washington State, and even Alaska represented on this Pirates roster. Here comes Prim. Talk about Washington State, and the Evergreen State native has the ground ball. He comes up a feed to the top. Pirates have another. And who else but Strouser, who is on a tear, make it 5 for number 14 in white. Give Prim a lot of credit, though. Had the initial move, did the junior out of Washington State. And he stuck with it, got the ground ball, ultimately was able to get the feed into Strouser, who made no mistake, and he really hasn't at all in this first half. 3:29 remaining in the half, 14-3 Pirates on top. Well, the offense improved for the Warriors after their 20-1 loss at Carthage College in St. Louis. But the defense continuing to be porous as they've already given up 14 goals. Still time for the Pirates to find a few more in the first half. Up to Karoskia, the freshman out of New Braunfels. Nicely done from big number 90. Another successful clear from the Pirates. Southwestern will take a timeout. 2:56 remaining in the half. We'll take it with them. Pirates on top, 14-3 here in their 2025 season opener. .256 remaining in the first half. Pirates on top of the Warriors, 14-3 here in their season opener. Beautiful varsity field. The weather absolutely picture perfect. Almost 80 degrees. A nice breeze going across the field from right to left. Great attendance, as you would imagine, for the season opener. Thank you, as always, for joining us, wherever you may be joining us from. Glad to have your company. A lot of you out of state and places further afield. McDonald comes up, couldn't finish that one. Unfortunately, Jamaica, that one not on frame as he lost it. Jamaica just throws it away under a bit of pressure. No, picked up. That one didn't go out. Santoro able to keep it in. I thought for sure it was going to go out. But the long grass here at Varsity Field keeping it in. A late flag comes in from behind. Those are the kind of mistakes you cannot make. Those errors. You're up big. Penalties will let a team back in. Stigerness, the senior out of San Francisco, still with it. Looking to feed up top. Pass off target, but ultimately will find a teammate. And Avicoli, the save on Joey Davis's shot. So the Pirates going down a man. And we will see how their man-down defense looks. Warriors fans get another look at their EMO with 1:54 remaining here in the half. They would love to have a goal and find something positive, a bit of momentum and confidence to take into halftime. Cox over to Rowan. Coral steps up. Rowan has the short stick. Skipped one across, just off target. It was nice build-up. Williams with the shot, the junior from Bryan, Arkansas. It was a nice look. Just couldn't put it on the 6x6. .90 seconds remaining, and there goes the stick. Pirates will take it and the ball. What a check. Nicely done defensively from the Southwestern. Mentioned setting the tone. That was number 22, Aaron Escovedo, the sophomore from St. Mary's Hall down in San Antonio. A team that was a powerhouse in Texas high school lacrosse for many years. I lost many games to them, and that's as far as I'm going to go. Under a minute remaining here in the half. Pirates, maybe a final opportunity. O'Donnell. Warriors have it packed in, forcing Southwestern to take a shot from some distance. Pirates have done a good job sneaking from X. The crease feeds have been good as well. Here's a chance. Stepped in. Pirates have it. A low rocket from Houts, and he has his second. Nice placement on that, and a great job getting that in and out of his stick quickly. Didn't take an extra cradle, didn't give the goalie an extra time to get a beat on it. Catch and shoot. 15-3, Pirates, a first half offensive explosion. 23 seconds remaining. They got off to a great start. It was 7-0 before the Warriors found the back of the net. The Warriors have managed just 3 goals, 2 of those coming from Quarles. Davis with the other. As Evan Karoskia loses his lid, and he will have to come off. A flag to boot, so Southwestern man down comes back on. And we will see what Quarles and company can do here. 14 seconds, what do they like to do here at the end of the half?
Let's go, Hendrix!
Senior attack from Tennessee, ready to get things going. Quarles wisely just going to keep possession here, and the first half will come to a close. The ball securely in the pocket of the stick of number 7 in black and orange, and they will start the second half up a man, but down 15-3. Pirates on top. Impressive display in the first half of their season opener. We'll take a break for halftime. When we return the second half here at beautiful Varsity Field. Southwestern on top by 12. Jackson Stiles are leading the way with 5 goals. Cade McDonald contributing with 4 of his own. And once again, thanks to our corporate sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Welcome back. Start of the second half here at Varsity Field. Southwestern men's lacrosse season opener. The Pirates impressive opening 30 minutes as they lead the visiting Hendrix Warriors 15-3. Jackson Strasser leading the way, the junior out of Dallas Jesuit with 5 goals. Cade McDonald with 4. The Pirates got off to a quick start, 7-0 before the Warriors found the back of the net for the first time. Warriors with an extra man opportunity here to start the second half, though. Chance for them to find something early in the final 30 minutes. A beautiful day here in Georgetown. The weather picture perfect. Tried to go high and just over the top of the crossbar. Shot there from Williams. Backed up, it'll stay with the visitors. Moved on quickly. Davidson. Quarles again, he's been the trigger man, has 2 goals. Quarles able to feed from behind. Southwestern closing quickly. Quarles lost his footing and able to find a teammate. This shot, again, just off the mark, but it's backed up by the goalkeeper, the freshman from Orinda, California, Dante Avicoli of Campo Lindo High School. Very impressive showing in his first official collegiate game. Great first half. And Southwestern really took control early on. It's what Bowman, their head coach, wanted to see. Our officials again, Doug Dixon, Jay McCracken, and Trey Foster for today's contest. As always, glad to have your company wherever you may be joining us from. Big thanks to our corporate sponsors once again, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Weather generally what we're used to seeing in April, not early February. We are above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, looking for a high of close to 83. Very nice breeze, making things very bearable. Oh, Southwestern able to keep it in, but lose possession due to the Pirates. Now the visitors. Oh, they'll return the favor. They give it right back. The cross-field pass. William Shuey, the freshman from Richardson, another Texan, couldn't collect that one. McDonald. Oh my, took a step and took a shot. Keaton Cox saw they weren't closing him down. Cox just dropped the hands. Little low to high elevator to the far pipe. Perfectly placed right inside. And give Cox credit, he was going to move that ball along, but then he saw they weren't closing him out, didn't have a stick on him. He took a step in, took a second before he ultimately pulled the trigger. Perfectly placed.
Play together, Hendrix!
Well, the bubbles continue to fly as the Pirates find another goal, up 16-3. I don't know how many they brought today, but they may need to buy more if they did not go at halftime for extra bubbles. The way the Pirates' offense is going, I hope they are well stocked. Back to the X. Caldillo again. But a goose it back to Gabe Morgan. Southwestern getting their offensive personnel on. No reason to rush things. And the Pirates on the road for the next 2. We'll be back here March the 8th. Hosting Clark University. As always, you can find that full schedule, southwesternpirates.com. Always glad to have you join us in person when you can here at beautiful Varsity Field. And hopefully the weather stays like this. We know it won't for that long. Off the pipe. Tried to go near post, did McDonald. Good placement, just trying to go low and inside. Saby, the impressive freshman out of John Paul II up in the Metroplex. Bouncer didn't take it cleanly, but able to get to it before the English took it in. I think it would have had he not gotten to that one in time. So back to the clear. The clearing game has been a real issue for the Warriors, and it's partly on them, and a lot of it is because of Southwestern's ride. Southwestern's ride has been outstanding, as Pesci, the freshman out of Cordova, Tennessee, another Christian Brothers High School product, with the successful clear. But I would give the credit to Southwestern's ride. They were all over the place in the first half. Not a lot of offensive opportunities for the Warriors. They've got a good one here. Oh, lost the footing, did Davis, and possession. Now Southwestern looking to clear. Here come the Pirates in transition. See if they have a fast break opportunity. The pole takes it, and the shot just off the mark from Escobedo. Sophomore from San Antonio. Southwestern still with it. Cool now on to Houts. Junior from right here in Georgetown, already a pair of goals. O'Donnell likes the short stick matchup he has here as he looks to take him to X. O'Donnell takes it himself. Oh, tried to feed McDonald on the crease, so it's just a bit behind number 4 in white. And Southwestern goalie interference on Jamaica. Already, Hendrix getting more opportunities on the offensive end early in the second half than they did in the first. They haven't taken advantage, haven't found a goal here in the second half. Still sitting on 3, their total from the first 30 minutes. Down the alley, well defended there from Southwestern. Fabian. Quarles, he's the danger man, trying to find a bit of space. Now a short stick. You would imagine Quarles will try to take advantage of this matchup. Oh, feed inside and a nice finish. Quarles with the assist. Goal from Klaus Heroen, his first, the senior from Marietta, Georgia. Full credit there to Quarles. He knew the focus was on him, and when he spun, he was able to find Rowan. Graduate student just slipped free. No trouble on the finish. Good players will absolutely share the wealth, and Quarles did just that as Warriors find their first goal of the second half, but still down by 12. A battle here for the ground ball off the face-off. Hendrix unable to come away with it cleanly. Still trying to fight for possession on both sides. Nobody yet to collect it. Finally, well, Southwestern had it momentarily. They couldn't hold it. Now ends up with the goalie Jamaica. Flag comes from behind the play. Little extracurriculars it appeared after the clear. Quarles. And he's able to sneak it through. His third. There's something there for the Warriors and their fans to cheer about. They've cut the deficit to 11. Still, Pirates firmly in control here in the second half. Southwestern down a man. They will face without a wing on this side. Strauser in the box for a minute after the penalty. Southwestern wisely facing with a pole in this situation, and nicely done by Escobedo. He's tripped up from behind. Play continues. Southwestern. Trailer eventually comes up with it. Freshman from Arizona. Great job in that situation. Able to win possession and brings it up. Pirates wisely and slowing things down, as you would imagine. Outs sitting on a pair of goals. O'Donnell now, as Pirates continue to swing things around. And now, back to all even is Southwestern. Strauser out of the box. Back to 6-on-6. 7:37 remaining in the third. 16-5 Pirates. Cox. McDonald. Up shot O'Donnell. Nice save there from Jamaica. A little bounce. Stick side high. Jamaica up to it. Worse. Looking to clear as Jake Nelson, the senior from Dallas out of the Greenhill School, brought it all the way up himself. Able to split the defenders, coming top side, looking to feed the crease. Southwestern saw it coming, and they intercept the pass. Here come the Pirates the other way. Fabian. Good recovery defensively from the Warriors, getting numbers back, not allowing a fast break opportunity for Southwestern. Pirates trying to sneak in. Flag comes flying up in the face. Easy call there. On the crease. Strauser has 6. .606 remaining in the third quarter. 17-5 Pirates. A clinical display, and you wondered if there would be any let up. As Pirates make a change in cage, as Will Walsh, the junior out of TMI down in San Antonio, comes on his first action in the game as he will take over for Avicoli. Avicoli through 39 minutes, gave up just 5 goals. Nice start for the freshman from California, Dante Avicoli. Impressive stuff. Just given an early lead, and certainly you'd imagine what the Pirates coaching staff wanted to see from the first year. So he gives away to Walsh, the junior. Imagine at this point with this scoreline, a lot of players are going to get a run here in the second half for Southwestern. Joey Prim on the shot. A lot of these young men that maybe don't see or haven't had the opportunity are going to get it here in their first regular season game, and a chance to put their hand up and say they need more playing time. So it'll be Pirates ball. Nice job. We mentioned the right on the far side, able to force the Hendrix player out of bounds. No trouble getting across midfield for Southwestern. Matthew Swandle here at the edge of the box. Is John Rowan defensively. Swandle spinning back. O'Donnell told to go down the alley instead. Now he's going to spin back. Pirates taking some time in this possession. No reason to force anything. Swandle off the mark. Here comes McDonald from X. Pesci defending. McDonald top side. Back to Matthew Swandle. Takes a step and he's got it. First goal of the game for the junior attack out of Living Rock Academy in San Diego, or excuse me, in San Antonio. McDonald on the assist. 13 goal lead for the Pirates. 4:05 remaining here in the third. Pena back to the X, the sophomore face-off. Starting to see some new faces. William Howell Jr., the senior out of Eagle River, Alaska on. He's the wing here on the near side. Howell tripped up. Out of bounds, Hendrix with possession. Good job there, able to win it back. They really need to get the offense in gear, but more it's the defense. Certainly be difficult to come back from such a deficit. Try to get something positive. They continue the road trip now. It'll be on to Nashville after this. As Walsh, his first save for the replacement goalie, junior from San Antonio. Prim told to take it, has a short stick defending. Nice move, Houts by his man, feeds inside. A bouncer just off the mark as Jamaica may have gotten a piece of it. So say Pirates ball, Prim on the restart. Wind kicking up. McDonald looking to go top side. On to Prim. He goes. One more. Thought about it. Did Cool. Being pestered by a pole. Cool pulls it all the way out. McDonald. Oh, again. Coming top side. Just able to shake his man. A little Lyle Thompson flick. Just high. Prim easily by his man. Oh, feeding in. Had Cool coming in. Cool just couldn't control it. It was a nice look across the crease to a cutting Henry Cool. So some discrepancy on the far side as if the shot clock was reset or not. Our official motioning that it was. Again, shot clock not working, so it's proven a bit problematic in some instances. McDonald just pushes this one wide. Cox. Prim. Down the alley. Up top, bounce off the mark. Haltz's shot, looking for a hat trick. Minute 45 remaining in the third. Southwestern just continuing to get good shots, continuing to back it up and get more possessions. Houts again, bounces right back up. A question mark and the bounce. Strausser has 7. Nicely done, just threw his foot in the ground, elevated, went low on it. Get that full torque coming off. A difficult shot to do and keep power. A lot of players will elevate. They lose a lot of power on that shot. He did not. Strausser 7 goals. McDonald with 4. McDonald has not been able to add to that tally here in the second half, but I think he's okay with that. He's played the distributor, and obviously so much focus on number 4 in white. Very happy to share the wealth. And Hal brings this one up. Does the Eagle River, Alaska product. Nice hard pass. McDonald. They are quick to bring that second defender when number 4 has it. Slide. They're wasting no time. Under a minute remaining in the third. Prim takes it to X. Likes the matchup with Diggerness. Still Prim. Beat up McDonald one further. High to high, and simply too easy for Jamaica. Unless that ball is in triple digits, generally that shot is going to be playing catch with the goalie. A bounce from well outside as the third quarter comes to a close. Pirates 19, Warriors 5, 15 minutes remaining before Southwestern can officially move to 1-0 to start the season. You never forgive your parents. Welcome back. 15 minutes remaining. Pirates, an impressive start to their season opener, up 19-5 over the visiting Warriors of Hendrix, making the trip down from Conway, Arkansas. They will remain on the road for the next 3, in fact, neutral site games in Nashville against Illinois Institute of Technology and Piedmont. And then on to Louisville to face Spalding. Their first home game, not until March the 2nd, when they host Huntington College there at the Young Wise Memorial Stadium in Conway. Again, glad to have you with us. Thanks to our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Aramark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Back to the face-off X we go, and the face-off rules, former Southwestern University star LSM and current Associate Director of Communications here for Athletics, Bailey Middleton, and I talking about the changes in the face-off rules that seem to be changing constantly is an overstatement, but they certainly have, and now those face-offs just have to come right off. Obviously, so much of lacrosse about the speed of play, the nickname the fastest game on 2 feet, and I think the governing body trying to keep it that way. Really want to improve the pace of play. Obviously, the shot clock, not a new, but relatively newer addition. Remember back in the days of the stall warning, but the game has certainly sped up, and we as fans and neutrals of this great game appreciative of that. The Pirates back to work on offense. Can't even imagine some fresh faces, but some of the usual suspects still out there. That being said, there is a change between the pipes for the visitors as they have brought Kellen Harger on. Harger, the sophomore out of Reno, Nevada. Harger saw just over 8 minutes of action in that season opening loss at Carthage College in St. Louis. In 8 minutes, he gave up 3 goals. Just his second action of the year as McDonald trying to welcome him to Georgetown, and that shot just high. So both teams have made a substitution between the pipes. Southwestern brought Will Walsh on. And there in the third quarter. Walsh remains in cage. Here come the Warriors. Maybe a chance in transition. Rowan over to Joey Davis. Davis, edge of the block, being pestered by Traylor. Traylor did a good job quelling any opportunity for a fast break as Davis saw that big 6-foot stick and decided not to test number 7 in white. Davis battling again with Traylor. Oh, what a nice job. A little goose to himself. Well done, sir. The freshman from Scottsdale, Arizona. And it turns into a goal. Emery Osgood, the senior from Austin, with the goal, and the bench ecstatic for number 34. But again, give full credit to Jake Traylor, the freshman pole. He kept that alive. He did a great job goosing that ball around, and he sent it forward quickly enough. It's one of those plays that you're going to look at the goal scorer, but that was made possible by Traylor. Again, ground balls win games. It's a cliche, but it's true. Nicely done, number 7, and nice finish as well by Osgood with his first of the season. Back to the X. Back to business goes Pena. Taking it himself. Just bounces it high. Yeah, that face-off stick, great at the draw. Sometimes not the best shooting weapon. Fogos can tell you all about that. Prim. Pirates happy to run a little clock here, firmly in control, and opening stages of the final 15 minutes. Again, Pirates on the road for the next 2. Out to take on the Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan University in Virginia Beach. And then it'll be on to William Pierce University in Raleigh. Cox. Pushed out. Feed, he was trying to get that one into the crease, looking for Strasser, who already has 7. And Harger comes up with it. Poor pass, not on target. Ultimately picked up by Rowan, but Rowan lost it. Here come the Pirates in transition. Donovich comes up limping. That's the senior from Sebastopol, California. And that is not a good sign. Number 25 in white, limping to the sideline, able to get there in obvious pain. And a timeout taken, 11:32 remaining in the ballgame. Southwestern firmly in control, 20-5 here in the season opener. our public address announcer informing us that there will be a change in cage for Southwestern as they will bring on Ferris Garcia. Garcia, the freshman, another local product out of Lake Travis down in Austin. That'll be the third goalie the Pirates have put in crease today, and why not? Get some of these young players an opportunity. Get them in. It seems like a pretty good opportunity to thank the man sitting next to me, a former star Southwestern University lacrosse player, and he's been the stalwart of the communications department here in the athletic department for many years, done an absolutely fantastic job as Bailey Middleton. He'll be moving on, and he will obviously be sorely missed by all of the Southwestern community, particularly the lacrosse community, as he is a former star player. And for me as an attackman to say nice things about a man who played with the pole, it just gives you an idea of how highly I think of this man. That is not something I do very often. I'm not going to make a habit of it, so let's have this a one and done. But in all seriousness, he has been outstanding. He's been stellar, a joy to work with, a true professional, and he will be sorely missed here. Hope he will occasionally make a trip out to join us, and we will have a mic for him if he wants to join us. We need to have some balance to these broadcasts. Somebody saying nice things about defense would probably be a good addition. But again, thank you, Bailey Middleton, for all you have done for this university, both as a student and now as a member of the athletic department communications staff, the director of that. Back to the action, 11:30 remaining. McDonald. He's been very patient, has 4 goals. But there's some shots that are well within Cade's repertoire he is not elected to take today. Mentioned Coach Bowman told me that he wanted his team to play with patience, wanted them to play fast. I think McDonald's taken that to heart. And obviously trying to get some of these other players involved. I think Jackson Strasser may be appreciative of that, as he's netted 7 today. McDonald's so slippery, and I say that, I mean, that is a high compliment to an attackman, just being able to get around a defender. Make yourself small, find those spaces. Shot coming, oh, just whistled high. There was some smoke on that from Houts. And if you're gonna go high to high, there better be some pop on it. There certainly was there. Shot from distance, save from Harger. Rebound pops out, McDonald couldn't finish it. Harger couldn't come up with it cleanly. McDonald just pouncing on him. So it's just 10 minutes remaining. You would imagine it'd be difficult for the Warriors to come back down 15 goals, but they can get something positive out of this and have a bit of confidence as they head to the road for the next 2 in Nashville. It's how you want to end this one on a high note, even if you do come away on the losing side of the scoreline. Oh, and sliding just slipped here. Howell with it, found him. Here comes William Howell in transition. Will take it himself, and he's got it. And there's going to be a flag after the play. It's going to be on Howell. He scored, but then launched into the Warrior defender. And a nice show of sportsmanship there from Jackson Strauser, who's been the star, picking up the helmet of the Warrior who lost his lid. And everything Howell did was great until that ball found the back of the net. And he collided into Jake Nelson, the senior out of Dallas. And those are the things as a collegiate player, just mistakes you cannot make. Nelson will come off, if only momentarily, as he lost his helmet. Again, these two teams, preseason 5 and 6 in the SAA men's lacrosse preseason poll. Southwestern in 5th, Hendrix in 6th, Oglethorpe there in 7th. Center, the number 1 with 4 first place votes. Swanee right behind them. Rhodes in 3rd and Barry in 4th. So Howell in the box for 60 seconds. Southwestern down a man. I mentioned getting something positive at the end of this one. Here's a golden opportunity for the Warriors on the extra man. Rowan over to Quarles, tried to slip inside. That went into the side netting. Did it from an acute angle, just didn't have enough. And quickly out from Garcia. Garcia able to find Fabian. Fabian will slow things down. Scored a goal early in the first half. Did the sophomore out of Central Catholic down in San Antonio. Pirates getting their money's worth in every possession. Taking some time off the clock. Now back to all even. Southwestern having killed the penalty there. Nice job. He's cognizant of the situation. Certainly the score line and the time remaining. Here's the patience we talked about. Even up big, you're going to get some young players who are going to get a run. Josh Schwandel, one of those. He's a sophomore from Bulverde. We've seen a lot of his older brother, Matthew. Now Josh gets an opportunity. Drawing Joey Davis. Pirates counting off how much time remains on the shot clock. They will not get the shot off in time. I don't know that McDonald heard his sideline. They were trying to help him out, but they weren't as loud as they could be. I've heard him a lot louder. But again, it's unfortunate, but both teams having to deal with this is certainly not an advantage for either side. Little BTB with a pole, almost went out of bounds, and Pesci, sure, why not? But if that goes out of bounds, I think you're going to get an earful. Quarles, top side. Nicely done, got the shot off quickly. Just not on target, still well defending. Diggerness with the shot, save from Garcia. Quick outlet, has a man, here comes Southwestern the other way. Nice transition pass from Garcia. And the bounce from McDonald makes it 5 for Cade. And McDonald took something off of that shot. It was about accuracy there, that three-quarter bounce. So difficult for a goalie. They're used to it coming completely over or under, just a difficult release point. And coaches talk so much about changing planes. It's really about changing release angles. You want to change the spot the ball is releasing so the goalie doesn't get a bead on it. You've got a three-quarter release point and you add a bounce to it. That is a difficult save to make. Al has it flipped back to him. Another face-off won by Pena. He's been dominant at the X. McDonald, so sure-handed. Southwestern very happy to keep the ball in his stick as he just continues to dance. Back to Cade, looking to spin around, keeps his feet underneath him, and he's got his sixth. Just when it looked like he was going to lose his footing, not only did he keep his feet, but he was able to get a shot off on Cage for number 6. The good ones make it look easy, and number 4 certainly does for the Pirates. 6:06 remaining, 23-5 Southwestern. The Pirates will make yet another change in Cage. The 4th goalie we've seen today for Southwestern is Carter Woods now coming out. Woods, the senior out of Springfield, Oregon, just outside of Eugene. Pretty nice place to call home. Certainly in the summer months, cannot argue with that. Looking inside, oh, it was a nice feed found Friars. And that's one with the ball just right on the stick. No excuse, you have to finish. Some of these fresh faces we talked about getting a run here at the end of this one. Some young players, the golden opportunity. Back into number 29. He couldn't put it on. Second golden opportunity for the senior from Arlington, Tennessee, that is. Third. Really trying to find number 29. He had some golden opportunity, just couldn't finish. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. Pirates 5 minutes away from moving to 1-0 on the season after finishing in last year's campaign 2-12. But again, we mentioned some of those teams they took on, some very impressive resumes. Southwestern, high expectations this year. Coach Bowman, the term he used more than once was cautiously optimistic. I think he'll be pleased with this season opening performance. They've executed well. They've done the little things, dominated at the X, gotten the ground balls. The ride has been outstanding. And bears repeating. And I think they've kept themselves within the system. People haven't tried to do too much. Rowan will sit it behind. Quarles wanted it. Instead, they will go, and our new goalkeeper makes the save, does Carter Woods. First shot he faces as the flag is down. Quarles patiently waiting, but instead it's Diggerness who continues, and he loses it. And now the flag. Diego Herrera, the freshman from Plano East, getting some run here, will come off, and the man down unit on for Southwestern with 3:45 remaining. Timeout. Once again, we take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and Frost Bank. Thank you as well for your support of Southwestern University Lacrosse and all of its athletics. It's the first game of what is going to be a busy day for Pirate Sports. We will take a short break, and then we'll head over to the Robertson Center for senior day for both women's and men's basketball. Women tip at 4. The men at 6, taking on that team from San Antonio that will remain nameless. Hope you'll join us for those as well, honoring the seniors on both of those respective sides, playing in their final home game. So the confirmation, it was a cross-check against the Pirates on Cal Stewart, the freshman midi from Lake Travis in Austin. Oh, excuse me, rather, that was on Herrera. That would make more sense now, wouldn't it? Herrera in the box. Pirates down a man. They've done a good job. Haven't conceded too many penalties today. First time Carter Woods in goal. Being a 5-on-6 situation. We'll see what the new goalkeeper has for Southwestern. Fourth goalkeeper they've put out there today, getting a lot of these athletes a chance to show themselves. There's Avicoli, the talented freshman from California who got the start. Played just about 38 minutes, and the save made by Carter Woods. Nicely done. Here comes Southwestern. Howell the other way. And Howell ends up face down. He took a shot from behind, and Howell still down on the turf. Everyone will take a knee. The clock stopping with 3:02 remaining in the ball game. And a late flag comes out. And Howell pops back up. And able to jog over to the sideline. Some confusion from our officials, it appears. The Pirates down 2 men, and they have 2 in the box, so simply a box. No box and 1 here defensively for Southwestern. 2-man EMO, and Hendrix wastes little time as Quarles finds his 4th. Quarles with 4 of the Warriors' 6 goals today. Both penalties release. Southwestern back to all even. At the face-off, the freshman from Georgetown, Caleb Aubin. His father has got a long-time fixture in the Central Texas lacrosse scene, so we get to see the freshman with his first collegiate face-off. Southwestern will come up with the ground ball. A good start to his collegiate face-off career. Southwestern with it, 2.5 minutes remaining. Again, some of these young players getting a chance. Maybe lost it. Still battling for possession of the ground ball. Warriors with it. Nelson wisely going back to his goalkeeper. Nicely done by Shuey, and a good catch to boot. Trying to clear it. Harger. And out of bounds. Harger, he was trying to find Pesci. Quarles is absolutely furious, is the star attackman, just barking from the other side of the field. Feed to the crease, and the shot just high from Friars. Senior from Arlington, Tennessee. He's had some opportunities, hasn't been able to put it on frame though. Maybe. Oh, just overthrew it. Well over the head of Osgood. The unforced error, the turnover by the Pirates, 90 seconds remaining. And the visitors return the favor. Turned over by Nelson. The loss will move Hendrix to 0-2 on the young season. Southwestern will start 2025 with a 1-0 record before they head to the road to take on Virginia Wesleyan and William Pierce University there in the Mid-Atlantic. Again, Pirates next at home Saturday, March the 8th, 11 a.m., hosting Clark University here at Varsity Field. Next chance to see them in person. Come join us if you can. And bouncer, nice save. Harger getting low, got a beat on it. But I think 13th year head coach Bill Bowman, he's going to be pleased with what he's seen today. The transition has been good. It's something that he commented on he really wanted to see. Team has been patient. They've taken care of the little things, the ground balls, not a lot of penalties. As Quarles with his 5th. He has been the bright spot. Ultimately, it will not change the final outcome, but it will give the Warriors something positive to take into that road trip to Nashville. But all in all, a very impressive performance, particularly the way Southwestern started. They got off to a 7-0 lead, and they really never looked back. They never relinquished it. There was never any doubt. That's what you want to do. Just take your opponents out of it as quickly as you possibly can. Aubin, nice job from the freshman. And the Fogo does his job as he takes a look back at the clock. 22 seconds remaining. Maybe one final opportunity for the Pirates. A cross-crease pass, not on target. 5 seconds. Howell will give it a rip, and he bounces it wide, and that will do it. So Southwestern 1-0 to start the 2025 men's lacrosse campaign. Impressive performance as they down Hendrix. Final score, Southwestern 23, Hendrix 7. That'll do it for us, for our entire crew, for everyone at Southwestern University, most especially for Bailey Middleton. Our most sincere thanks. Southwestern 23, Hendrix 7.